Hi everyone, Tom McCaffrey. Uh, Thanks for tuning in or whatever, looking at this. Like this video, please, if you like it. Or if you don't like it, like it more. And subscribe down here, down somewhere here. Thanks to everyone for watching and liking all my videos. It's been nice of you. And please like them more. I guess I just covered that. Couple things I've been thinking of. Watching a lot of porn. No, I actually haven't. I don't really like porn. I think it's very overrated. I actually don't like porn. It makes me feel bad. But I was watching a porn a little while ago, and one thing that annoys me about porn is when you're watching and the actors in the porn are wearing condoms. That always kind of takes me out of it. It doesn't seem very realistic that that this dude would have a condom. Kind of takes me out of it. Because a lot of times it just doesn't fit what's happening. First of all, I'm not tuning into porn to watch people make responsible choices in their life. The whole turn on is that your life is bottoming out, so to speak. It'll be a guy, banging, his mom in a dumpster behind a Taco Bell, Clearly, but you had a condom on you. You had the wherewithal to put a condom on in that situation. Clearly, you don't seem like a real someone who plans ahead. You seem like more like you're a spur of the moment kind of guy, fly by the seat of your pants kind of guy. It's like, all right, before I fuck this crackhead in the back of an abandoned van, I gotta be responsible about this. I gotta be safe. I hope that's cool. Well, I fuck my stepmom and my dog. That's another thing I've noticed with porn. They're like when I was younger. First of all, getting porn when I was younger was really hard. It was like a jewel heist. Like you had to like make phone calls. You had to like get fake IDs. You had to get your friends involved. You had to like buy ski masks. And then maybe you'd come away with the porn. Now it's like you just gotta like wake up and look at your hand where your phone is basically surgically attached. But back then it was just like it would just be like sex and that was enough. Now it's like it's not enough that it's just sex. It has to be like they're really obsessed now in porn with the relationship. There has to be like a backstory to the porn to make it like that much worse. Like they'll be banging their stepmom or their stepdad or their stepbrother, or like someone's like fucking their husband's best friend. It's not enough that they're just having sex. Like a family has to be getting destroyed in the process. I'm gonna have sex with you and I'm also gonna ruin lives. That's how hot this is gonna be. Like you're watching, oh my God, they're gonna have the most awkward Thanksgiving ever after this. He's banging his stepmom and his friends are banging her too. Jeez. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? She's not even hot. Oh, at least he's putting a condom on. I was talking about Top Gun, one of my last videos. And I got into a little bit how I wanted to hate Tom Cruise for a while because, he's in a cult. And I remember they made that movie Going Clear a few years ago and they kind of exposed him about how, the cult Scientology was so crazy. Like basically, they beat up everyone. Like everyone worked for free in the cult and like cleaned the toilets and then they gave them all their money and then they just like punch them in the face. And I was thinking like, how do people even get, because now we're basically half the country is in a cult now. And I don't even mean that like, hyperbolically, but like literally like 80 million people, 85 million people are in a cult. And I just like, that's amazing. I never understood a cult. First of all, like, it's amazing to me that many people are in the cult now of like Trump, of backing Trump, which is what it is. Like when I was younger, like whenever you hear about a cult, it was like just kind of a story you hear about some crazy people. Like there'd be like 50 people in a room and then you hear that they like cut their dicks off and like, drank poison and they all died. And you'd be like, wow, those people are really weird. They're crazy. Now it's like the country. Like now it's like I'm just around the cult. Like now I feel like I'm living at Spawn Ranch, but I'm just like not in the Manson family. But I'm there with them. I just like, it's like the Manson family lives next door to me, and I'm just like, oh yeah, and they're like running the country. So that's kind of what cults are now. And I don't even understand how you get in a cult, because how do you get so far gone? Because it's always so transparent to me what they're doing. Like they'll be like, hey, you should come hang out and like work for us and do stuff, and you should like give us your money. Like I don't like just giving. Like that's like whenever someone's like, hey, give me money, I'm immediately, that's like a red flag to me. Like my guard goes up. Like I don't like to, like when people just ask me to give them money. I don't even like paying money for things like I owe, like for like services. Like, yeah, my cable company sends me a letter and they're like, hey, you should give us money for like the thing you asked us to give you, like for the cable we've been providing. I'm like, yeah, this is a little shady. You guys want money from me? What for? Well, we provided a service and, you agreed to give us money. All right, we'll see. I'm not completely sold. I don't know if you guys are a cult or what. We're not a cult. We're a business that you agreed to pay us money for. That's why I think it's funny. Like if some random dude on the street was like, hey, you should like come over to this meeting and just give me money. Like, oh, what for? Oh, because I need money, and I worship this leader, and he said that you should give me money, because that's the thing that always happens with cults. Like there's always some like big leader. Like I'm amazed people believe it, because it's so easy to be like, hey, you should give me money, because there's this like power and being that we all worship. And he said like that that you should give me money, and the thing is like there's no way to fact check it or verify it, if it's just like a cult with like a being like Xenu. It's just like, yeah, I was talking to Xenu. He talks to me, and he said he needs more money. You need to sell your car and give me the money. Really? Can I talk to him? No, he only talks to me. Sorry, that's the deal. He doesn't want to talk to you. He just wants your money. Also, I was just talking to him in the room. He said you should blow me tonight and then leave. Really? That's weird. Yeah, no, I swear. Why would I make that up? It's just that's what he wants. He wants all your money and you to go clean my toilets and blow me. Yeah, I'll buy that. That sounds like on the up and up. No, nothing sketchy there about that. Yeah. Just keep doing it. Do I get like a bed? No, you just sleep outside on the street, and then you got to get up tomorrow morning and beg for money to give it to me. Cool. Yeah, it is cool. And the thing that's so many about cults is like they always kind of sell it as like it's like life empowering to the people, and then and I guess they're really charismatic, but I've never met someone so charismatic that like I would just give them all my money, for no reason, and just work for them for free. I've met some pretty charismatic people, and never once I was like, I should just give you all my money. Yeah, you really have a presence about you. You really have a way of speaking. But also the cult, they always try to sell as like a positive thing, like empowering, but then it always just ends up where they just fuck everyone. The main guy. It's always just like, yeah, this is a group where we're coming, to get to know yourself and who you really are and become one with the world. And the best way to figure out who you are is to fuck me with your friend. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Put on this lingerie and then blow me. Yeah, that's the best way to find out who you really are. Really, because I was watching, there's a new show, there's a new movie about a cult on Netflix. It's called, what the hell is it called? Oh, Keep Sweet, Pray, and Obey. Warren Jeffs, and it's about this crazy guy who was like 86 years old, and he just like was fucking all these 20-year-olds. Again, it was like, first of all, I don't know, he's an 86-year-old guy, and like, he has that strong of a sex drive still at 86, and he's banging these like, these 20-year-olds were like, yeah, and then he made me marry him. at 20, and I was like, all right, I guess you're really charismatic. I'm like, my 40s, and I'll meet a chick who's like 30, and they're just like, too old. I couldn't imagine in my 40s going up to some chick and be like, hey, you should give me all your money and just blow me and, work for me. Like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Really? Aren't I charismatic? I guess so, but I just would never do that. So this is the big thing. So Ginny Thomas, Clarence Thomas's wife, I guess is in QAnon, which is kind of, that seems like a conflict of interest that, one of the Supreme Court justices' wives is in a cult that is supported in the cult that worships Donald Trump. It seems like that might affect his decision making on the Supreme Court. I don't know. People are just going, whatever. Yeah, his wife's in a cult and conspire to overthrow the election for one of the candidates. Basically, storm the Capitol. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's not a big deal. And then, I guess she insists she's not in a cult, but then it came out this week that she was in a cult like 20 years ago, and then like she had to get deprogrammed, and then she was like an activist, a crusader against cults, but and then it's like, well, that seems a little suspicious that you were in a cult years ago and now there's another cult that you seem to be a part of. Doesn't that seem kind of like an odd coincidence? And people are like, no, it's different this time. It's not. But it's just kind of like if you were like, people were like, hey, I think, yeah, she's doing heroin. Like, no, she's not doing heroin. Really, I've seen like, she always has like needles and, she always has bags of heroin. No, I don't think so. And then it comes out like that she was addicted to heroin 10 years earlier. You know what? I just heard that she was addicted to heroin like years ago. Yeah, she got off it. Yeah, that's over. Really? Well, it feels like she might have a proclivity to being on heroin, though, because she was, at one point in her life, she was addicted to heroin, and now I keep seeing her with heroin. Yeah, I think maybe there's something there. No, she's not. She's done with heroin. She got off it, and she's really against heroin for the last 10 years. Yeah, well, it seems like she's someone who kind of, like, likes heroin and is easily pulled back into heroin. Like, if you were ever in a cult and you had to be deprogrammed, like, it seems like high likelihood that you could be in a cult again. So that's a little disturbing and questionable. But like I said, basically that's what's going on now with the country. Just basically, a guy ran for president 5 years ago and everyone thought it was funny. And then now he formed a cult around him, and now half the country is in that cult, and they have guns and they've all organized. It's kind of like this huge cult, but except with the part where they kill themselves, and except for the part where there's people not in the cult. It's kind of become like you used to be like, oh wow, there's stories about a cult and there's like 50 of them, and everyone thought it was weird. Now it's like, oh wow, there's a cult and most of the people are in it, and we just kind of have to coexist with it, and they want to take over everything and take away abortions and just have guns. Okay, I gotta wrap this up. I gotta go. So thanks for watching. Please like this video. Please subscribe. I really appreciate you watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'd love to hear from you. And check out my podcast, LA2B, Last Exit to Brooklyn. All right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.